It's me, Mario!
Super Mario 64 has a lot of mysteries. There are countless iceberg videos on YouTube about them, even though most of their content is fan-made. Looking at you, every copy of Mario 64 is personalized. But the one that's confounded me since I was a child was Princess Peach's castle and the enchanted paintings therein. Why does her castle not have bedchambers or a throne room or kitchens? Why is it more of a museum filled with beautiful paintings? And are they paintings or portals? The worlds they lead Mario into, are they real locations in the Mushroom Kingdom? Were they created to test his skills, or is it something in the middle, as in magical copies of real locations turn into floating islands suspended in the air in their own pocket dimensions? And whatever they are, who made them? Well, as we've seen in the Super Mario Bros. Games, there are many castles in the Mushroom Kingdom, and while I do believe this is one of Princess Peach's castles, it is one she used as a museum to hold all of her favorite paintings. She would visit there when she wanted to view them, or have others there to show off her clearly magnificent collection. I do not believe she lived there, at least not as it is during the events of the game, and whether or not they were always enchanted to become portals, I'm not certain. But it does seem practical for a ruler of an entire kingdom to be able to get to faraway locations in her kingdom, does it not? However, it could also be that Bowser's magic transformed the inside of the castle, replacing bedchambers, the throne room, and the kitchens, with seemingly empty rooms with nothing but a specific painting/portal that led into a magical training course, where Mario was to prove himself and gather up more stars. But that theory doesn't really make any sense when you think about it, because why would Bowser create training grounds for Mario and scatter the very power that he needed to stop him there? Let's say they were always portals, even before Mario kidnapped Princess Peach. Do they lead to the real locations in Mushroom Kingdom, or are they some sort of magical copies? Well, we have an answer to that, sort of, in canon. In Super Mario Galaxy 2, there is a world called Throwback Galaxy, which is, in essence, Whomp's Fortress from Super Mario 64. So even though that isn't a location in Mushroom Kingdom, as it is literally in space, it does confirm that the locations in the paintings are real locations. Which honestly just leaves me with more questions. Why does Princess Peach have a portal to basically another planet in her castle? What would she need there? Why would she need access to such faraway places? Well, it couldn't be for a quick escape from Bowser, because she is constantly kidnapped by him. Perhaps he just likes traveling. Well, if we can figure out who made them, maybe we can infer what they were used for. The most common theory is that Professor Egad created the paintings, as he is always behind these sorts of things. After all, he created Luigi's Poltergusts as well as Mario's Flood. However, the most convincing piece of evidence is Shadow Mario's weapon from Super Mario Sunshine, the magic paintbrush, and yes, the creator of said weapon was Professor Egad. While it is important to note that we never see Shadow Mario paint an actual painting with said magical brush, he does use it to create portals. Portals made of magical paint. So the paintings of Peach's castle were probably painted using this enchanted tool, but we still don't know by whom or for what purpose. So back to the drawing board, I guess. Even though Whomp's Fortress is shown as being a real place in Throwback Galaxy within Super Mario Galaxy 2, I do not believe they are one and the same. In fact, I believe that Peach's paintings are mere copies of real locations. They each come in the form of floating islands in their own pocket dimensions, separate from everything else. Because of that, I believe they were created as sort of training grounds for Mario and Luigi. Think of the training scene from the Super Mario Bros. Movie, wherein Princess Peach literally trains Mario with what basically amounts to be a fake level from the original Super Mario Bros. I believe this, and I also ascribe to the theory that it was Princess Peach herself that painted the portals with the magical paintbrush. She probably hid the power stars within them because she only knew he, with his skill set, could find them, he being Mario. While Bowser hid her in the castle walls along with the Toads, I do not believe it was he who put her in the stained glass window of herself in the very front of the castle above the door. I think she was the one who did that, which shows that she has some amount of magic within her own right. While researching these mysterious mysteries, the script is awful, I discovered that a lot of Mario fans believe that Princess Peach's castle was more of a museum than a place that she lived. I believe that too. But this theory involves Bowser using the power of the stars to enchant the paintings himself, and throw some stars in each one for Mario to find. No, I don't think Bowser would shoot himself in the foot like that. Others think that because Shadow Mario, who in Super Mario Sunshine is revealed to be, spoiler alert, Bowser Jr. in disguise, and has the magic paintbrush, that perhaps his father, the King of the Koopas, once held it during the events of Super Mario 64, and thus he is the one who painted the portals and threw some stars in there for Mario to find, and I still don't believe he would just give Mario the source of his power like that. Either way, we probably won't ever know for sure until Nintendo themselves answers these questions, and they quite enjoy us talking about their stories like this, so I doubt they will do that anytime soon. It'll remain a mystery for now, but one that is very interesting.